Alright, so I've said it a few times, and I said it's really going to set in once the car's on all fours. So, just had my buddy Zach, he pressed out the old wheel studs up front. So, whoever says size doesn't make a difference, it does. So, these were the old wheel studs. Had to drill out the rotors for the knurl size. So, he pressed them out, drilled the holes out, pressed the new ones in, and they make a big difference. Because these would have been okay. I think I had enough thread pitch for the width of the stud, but I didn't want to chance it. So went ahead and did the 3-inch wheel studs, and like I said, they make a big difference. So I'm gonna get the other side thrown on, and then swept up under the car, so there shouldn't be any shards of metal or anything from cutting and grinding and whatnot. So we're gonna get the car on all fours. We're gonna put all 4 tires on. I adjusted the rear, so before the passenger side was up higher than the driver's side, so the driver's side wheel would go on, but the passenger side wouldn't. So I dropped them so they're level now. So we'll be able to put all 4 on. We have the same studs on all 4 corners, same thread pitch, so we should be good to go. But yeah, what was I gonna do with that? So yeah, let me throw the other rotor back on, get both calipers on, then go get the wheels and tires. Probably time lapse that and lower it on the ground and see how the ride height's looking. I know there's no weight in the car, so all the interior's out, motor's out, no fuel cell, so it'll sit a little bit higher than when we put everything back in, but it's going to give a good idea on how the stance is going to be and the ride height. So yeah, let's get to it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway.
Alright, now this thing is low. It is low. It was a little nerve-wracking lowering it, only because how high the jacks were versus the jack stand, and then how low the car actually went. So I was a little nervous, especially on this side of the wheel. I still had that lip on the inside of the wheel well. I didn't get cut out. I was trying to see if I get away with leaving it, but definitely cutting that out, grinding it down smooth, because it was hitting the tire at one point, depending on how the car was sitting on the jacks and jack stands. Then I got the ramps, so lowered a little bit, repositioned. But when I say this thing is low, but it is the height that I measured. If you go back in the beginning when I was doing the frame and trying to mock everything up, I said I wanted, I think, 2.5-inch drop from factory, which put the ride height at like 5.5 inches, and that's exactly where it is up front. Obviously, I lifted up a little bit from that, so probably get it closer to 6 inches. Just get that little bit of a gap between the fenders and everything, just for little peace of mind. But I think overall stock height is dropped in between 3 and 4 inches. I think stock height is 63 right now. About here was 59, so that'd be 4 inches. Obviously center is a little bit taller, but yeah, it is low. Like I said, the handles feel a lot lower than normal. I mean, even coming in here to get in, I'm like, this really don't even have to step up. It is low. Definitely lower than, I think, the Monty with the 2-inch drop. Definitely lower than that. But let me stop talking and you guys ready to see it? This thing is low. Oh, another thing. I was like spot on for the tire size also. Remember at the beginning, had the cardboard cut out. It's like, that's a size tire I want to run. Can't tell me that's not right on. Yeah, this is a little too low for comfort. Obviously, this will get rolled, and then this edge here will get cut out. But let's get you guys the full picture. Yeah, that thing is low. Like I said, the jack is still there just so it's not sitting on that seam. But when I say this thing is low, this thing is low. Obviously, it's not aligned, so the wheel's a little cambered out or in, out, whatever it is. So we'll get that situated. Yeah, this thing is going to be nice. I think it's sitting a little bit higher on this side versus this side. But like I said, everything's adjustable, so we will get it all dialed in. As far as fitment goes, like I said, once it's aligned, I think we should be good up front. This right here is, what's that, slightest poke. Just the slightest poke. This side, I'm not sure if it'll come out a little with adjustment, because right now it looks like it's angled in. But we'll adjust a little bit. If not, we'll run one small spacer on this side. I did have to open up the holes on the spacer. Like I said, we are running very thin spacers. Nothing alarming. So a little bit thicker than those up front. So I think on the rear passenger side, I think one of those will give it the same fitment as this side. Like I said, I measured a bunch, so it's my first time really doing any type of build like this. So if it's off by fractions of an inch, I'm okay with it. Like I said, we'll get it all dialed in. But man, it does look good. It does look good. And as far as the height, like I said, I showed you guys the tire size. See, I was planning ahead a little bit. The height I measured from, let's do it this way. I think from the bottom edge of this, or might have been the bottom of here. So that's just under 5.5. I think 5.5 was what I was going for. So like I said, it came out as planned. It did come out as planned, so doing something right. I am doing something right. But like I said, it's just definitely going to have to come up just a little bit because it is low. But yeah, it's looking good. It is looking good. As far as clearance goes, the oil pan I think sits right at the bottom of the cross member, which that has a little bit of room. Let's see. Let's get the tape measure out again. I know it's not super low, so yeah, what are we seeing? 6 inches. So not super low, but definitely would like to lift it up just slightly. But this view definitely, it changes everything. Just seeing it back on all fours, it's looking good. Now I know I was able to lift it up, so everything's holding its own weight. I know the motor wasn't there floating, so it's holding that weight. I still want to go back in and box the frame and the cross member up a little bit, so stiffen that up a little bit. The back, I'm not worried about. I know it's I know that's good. It's just that where the cross member and the frame rails up underneath meet. Just want to stiffen those up a little bit. I did come through and seam seal it the other day. That's all nice and dry. Well, a little tacky, but I guess that's how you want it. That one came out good. Everything else, it'd be covered up. But it's definitely look different looking at it this way. Stripped interior, everything. The mini tubs. Eventually we'll get the trim pieces, trim those out, and try to get them to go back into place. But full interior will happen. Painless wiring kit is right there, so we'll tie that into some of the existing wiring as far as the connectors and everything go. But we'll rewire the whole car. So kind of looking forward to that. Wiring's not too bad. Rewire the whole thing with this on the Monty with a painless kit, so kind of familiar with it. Figured I could knock it out in about a week. The motor, give myself about 2 weeks to rebuild that, and then the brake lines, that should be a few days. But yes, definitely looking good. Like this. I had to get the bumper out of storage. Like I said, it's probably been in storage for the last year or so. I had to get it out just to mock it up, see what type of clearance we had up front, which not super low, but it will scrape. Like if I in a parking lot or something, speed bumps, I'm pretty sure it will rub a little bit. But yes. It's looking good. I'm happy with it. Like I said, my buddy, he knocked out the longer studs up front, so I was able to mount the tires. I was like, you know what? I want to see what it's looking like, so decided to throw them on. Get the car lowered. Like I said, that was sketchy. So the car will have to come back up for, let's see. I'm saying it'll have to come up definitely for exhaust when I do that, and measure for the drive shaft. I'm thinking it might also have to come up for me putting the motor itself in. We'll see about that. If not, it's just gonna be nice, easy, just slide it on in and be done with it. But yeah, it'll have to be lifted up for exhaust, drive shaft, and probably fuel lines. And then obviously when I undercoat it, so it'll get jacked back up a couple times. I'll probably take the wheels back off, so I might set them on jack stands again just to have it up and not have to worry about anything getting into the wheels. As far as metal work goes, everything's just about wrapped up besides the transmission tunnel, and I think 2 patch pieces up top there, maybe 3. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, 3 patch pieces. Need to close out these also, so let's call that 5. And then probably gonna do wheel wells. That's not a big concern right now, but eventually I'd like to get the wheel wells back in. I think years ago when I had the wheel wells out of either the Elko or the Monty, my buddy Adam Dory was like, you drive it, you're going to find rocks and stuff all over the place, so put the wheel wells back in. So obviously going to do some wheel wells up here, even if it's just like mini ones. We'll do something, but I want to keep the airflow, or at least keep it open to let a lot of heat out and everything. So we'll see. It's too cold for that. It's too cold. Skip the walk. But yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, the drive shaft or the steering shaft. So I didn't read the description. I know there were multiples, and it came with different lengths. Maybe me, I was like, all right, they should be long enough. I clicked on one, and it said it was delivered. I'm like, nothing got dropped off on the porch. There's no way a steering shaft's fitting in the mailbox. Yeah, the one I picked, 8-inch steering shaft. So we have I think a 24-inch one coming, But yeah, read the description when you order stuff. But a couple U-joints, we should get them to work. As far as this motor mount goes, I want to grind these down and re-weld that. But I might just think about just notching this one, and obviously I'll gusset it, so there'll be a plate in between them. But I think instead of redoing it, I'm just gonna notch that out, and it should be good. But yeah, this thing's definitely a lot lower now. Like, I'm gonna have to find a stock PT and see where it comes up to, but it is low. Like the door handles, they feel a lot lower. I'm guessing they should be about here. But yeah, it is crazy, especially seeing it seeing it at this point. Like, I knew once it was back on all fours, it's definitely going to motivate me or relight that spark. So yeah, it's time to get busy. I think we're down to 105 days before race week. I want to have it done at least early May, so that way I can drive the car, give it some shakedowns, and see any problems that might be there and have enough time to fix them. But yeah, it's looking good. It is looking good. Those fat tires on the rear of a PT. Those wheels though, those wheels with that concave, that's what I really like about the wheels. They fit the car nicely, but yeah, the rear bumper's not on because I got that jack lifting up the rear, so it's not resting on that crease. But yeah, I did want to throw the rear bumper on like I did the front, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, the roof, we will repaint the roof. Might just be a rattle can paint job, but before we take off, this would definitely be repainted. I'm not worried about the paint on the actual car, but the roof, I want to freshen that up. But yeah, just imagine that in there, going down the street, sounding like that. Man, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. But yeah, that view, it's low. That is low. But yeah, that's it for this one. I might go live today and just show some people how low it's looking or what it's looking like back on all four. But I think it's looking good. I think it's looking really good. What do you guys think? Too low? Lift it up a little bit, or just right? Definitely need some new headlights. I'll probably do the ones I had on here before. But yeah, we're getting there. P1cruiser is in full go mode. Coming out every day working on it, either dropping a short or a video. So, like I said, 105 days till Rocky Mountain Race Week. I want to have it done before that, so we'll see. If you guys see me slacking, just hit the comments. Hey, get to work. Let's get it done. If you guys want that countdown, or you guys want to remind me of what day or how many days are left, just throw it in comments on one of the videos or one of the shorts and let me know. But we're going to make it happen. We are going to make it to race week. Yeah, all the goodies right there. But yeah, that's it for this one. Catch you guys on next time.